joined here today with Patrick Michael Chin. Thank you for being here.
Of course, thanks for having me.
How would you describe yourself?
My wife would describe me as a dreamer. In a good and bad sense. I mean, she's more of a realist, so it's helpful for me, but I constantly am like one idea after the next.
When I look at your work, I see a lot of kind of like idealized like people in these beautiful spaces. Do you think, you being a self-described dreamer, do you think that's kind of your glimpse into this like better world, or do you think that's kind of bled into your photography a little bit?
I mean, the goal is to make a space look better than it is, right? So when you're capturing a space or when you're trying to tell a story for a business, you want it to look like the most idealized version that you can. And you start to think about like, if I take a photo, how can someone place themselves in this?
When did you first pick up a camera?
I was in college. It was my freshman year. I had mentioned to a friend of mine that was a photographer that I wasn't interested in photography, but I didn't know anything about it. And he gifted me a camera in 2006. It's an old, 60s like Canon FX, and it's just all metal, feel like you can throw it against the bricks and it's gonna be fine. Not everyone had a camera with them all the time, so I was like the guy that always had a camera with me in college, and I'd bring it on trips. And until the company I was working at in 2014, I still had never used a digital SLR. My company at the time bought me a camera and asked if I wanted to kind of become their photographer in-house. I do feel like a lot of my story has been people seeing the things that I'm excited about and kind of championing them for me. So I feel like I owe a lot of other people credit for kind of where I've gotten, just because I don't know that I would have tried.
Would you say that there needs to be more people reaching out and encouraging others to pursue artistic passions?
I think one of the best things you can do when people are pursuing some sort of artistic anything is both give them loving criticism if they're wanting that, but also encouraging what they're trying to do and buying their art, or telling them they're on the right track, or anything you can do to kind of help them along. They're not going to get where they're going without the people around them kind of pushing them and spurring them on.
Do you think we have that in Orlando?
Man, I think legitimately, I think Orlando's in a really cool creative time, in a sense of like it's a tight-knit like community that's trying to help each other. I think it feels like everyone in Orlando is aware that we're in a cool point as far as there's a lot of growth happening. There's a lot of like new ideas being tried here. I can acknowledge that there's a lot of other cities that are much further ahead than we are culturally or creatively, but all that means is that there's more opportunity here to attempt those things. It's like the perfect time to like, if you have something you want to try, there's a lot of people that want to see it work. So yeah, I love the community here right now.